Hello, and how are you? We hope you're doing well. Today the Dairy Networks team is here in Meru. As you can see, we are in a farm whereby it has a sizable herd, and therefore it requires good supply of fodder throughout the year. Today and every time like this throughout the year, they ensile, or rather today we are ensiling about 300 tons of maize silage. We would like to take you through this process, but due to the number of people here working, we have a big team in terms of the labor workforce. We will not be able to take you through the walkthrough step by step of what is happening here. So we have taken good videos for you. Then afterwards, you're going to have a sit down together with Njuguna, who's going to take you through the how-to process of doing proper silage. And we're also going to answer your questions that you may have. Would like you to stay here, watch the video, and karibuni as you go through the farm.
Hello, how are you? Hope you have enjoyed what this farmer is doing. It has been a 5 days journey trying to ensile the 300 tons, and this has been attributed mostly because of the distance from where the farm is and where the maize field was. The reason why the maize field and the farm it's a big distance is because of the land issue, and secondly, you try to farm where there is adequate rainfall, and for this case the farmer also practices irrigation. That was the first contributing factor for us taking the 5 days. But quick fast, silage making for the last 5 days had 5 major steps, and the first one was on harvesting. This started by cutting down everything, feed it to the tractor, then it's chopped. The harvesting and chopping were done concurrently. After the harvesting, the farmer didn't transport the maize, the full stock. It was chopped. This one was to ease the transportation and also to cut on the cost. Remember, we always address the issue of the unit cost of silage. By that one, if you transport when it's not fully chopped, the 10-ton truck will carry about 5 or 6 tons. But when it's chopped, you can easily do your 10 tons. So harvesting, chopping, and then the transportation. After the transportation, upon landing in the farm, it's offloading. Immediately after offloading, you feed everything into the silage pit. This is where the technical aspect is. You don't take everything and you feed it. It's a layer of 6 inches. Then you do the compaction. As you can see, a very nice compaction. The compaction entails 2 processes, because this one is a silage, this is a pit. It's not over the ground. So you have to you can't use tractors to do the compaction. So there is 2 forms of compaction. There's one that uses the blue drum, the 210-liter drum. You just fill it with water, and then you roll it over. Remember, we are saying it's a 6-inch layer, then you roll the drum. Immediately after rolling the drum, you realize that the drum can't be able to compact the edges. So to those edges, now you use the barefoot. The barefoot is so good because it creates a bigger surface area, and the compaction is more effective. When you blend the 2 systems of compaction, it becomes much easier. You keep on repeating the same after 6-inch layer, you do the compaction, 6 layer, you do the compaction, until you have done the whole thing. So when the process started on day 1, harvesting, transportation, offloading, and then feeding the pit, it has happened that repeatedly for 5 days. Now on the last day, after filling the pit, it's now the pit is full. Now you do the covering. We always say that the principles of making silage, one of it is ensuring that it's airtight. Remember, when you are doing your silage, the most important thing, it must not contain air. It must be what we call the anaerobic process. So you must make it, you compact to expel the excessive air, and also you cover it airtight so that there is no entry of any oxygen. That has been the simple process for the last 5 days. To do a recap of the same: harvesting, chopping, transportation, feed the pit, do the compaction. After every 6-inch, a 6-inch. There is another thing that has been done. After every 6-inch and compacting, there is an additive added. It's an optional thing. You can either do the additives or you leave it. This is maize silage. It has adequate sugars, so you don't necessarily need to do all the additives. But this farmer saw it so much necessary to do the additives, and that one was done adequately. I know you have so many questions regarding maize silage. You can share the questions on the comment section, and in the next video we'll answer all your frequently asked questions one by one. none of your question will be left behind. See you in the next video when you address that, and remember to subscribe. See you.